Hey, it's Kevin the Credit Crusher here, and today we're talking about personal credit, and we're talking about something that's probably near and dear to a lot of your hearts, and that is student loan consolidation. I know you guys don't want to have this conversation, but got to talk about it, got to get into it. Not going to talk long, just want to talk about how you can do something to fix your credit. Now, I'm not here to talk about student loans because I'm not the student loan doctor. There's somebody out there who has the moniker student loan doctor, and I ask that you connect with her. I'm not here to talk about how to structure your student loans. I'm just here to talk about how to fix your credit using a student loan consolidation. Before I get into it, let's talk about Promisient. Follow us, like us, subscribe, share, all of those things. The name Promisient, that's Premisien. Again, the name is Promisient, and of course, you know me. I am Kevin the Credit Crusher. So let's talk student loan consolidation. Here we are. You've gotten bogged down. You've got a bunch of student loan debt. Got it. I'm with you there. Got some things I got to take care of on my own, but working through them. But here's the deal. Let's say you have 10 student loans. Maybe they are all with the same company. I won't name any names. Maybe they're all with the same company, but you are paying 10 different student loans. You can go to a student loan consolidation company and they will mush all of those 10 student loans into one single loan, right? What are the benefits? What are the reasons why I would do that? Great question. Here's the reason. Reason number one is because a lot of those student loan consolidation companies specialize in that, and they have better interest rates than the student loans that you're already paying. So you're going to pay less money because charging less interest. That's a no-brainer, right? Also, some of them have longer repayment terms. Your student loans may have a 10-year repayment term. The consolidation may have a 30-year repayment term, which means between the interest and the length of time, you are going to be paying less money per month. So let me give you an example of how you can use this together. Let's say you have 10 student loans, and each one of those together is costing you $1,000 per month. You go to let's say they're charging you 10% interest. Now, the math may not be absolutely on target just because I'm using an example and I want to use round numbers so it's really easy to understand and explain. So here's the deal. You have 10 student loans. The interest rate is 10%. The payback period is 10 years. You go to a student loan consolidation company. Now you get all 10 student loans consolidated into one loan, and the payback period is 30 years, and the interest rate is 5%, meaning you are now paying, theoretically, this is theoretically, of course, theoretically you're paying now $500 instead of $1,000, meaning you're saving money. What that does for your credit, and that's what I'm here to talk about, what that does for your credit is it lowers the debt that you owe on your credit profile, which means your scores will go up. Now, I don't like to talk scores. People who are my clients know I like to talk profile. So it just makes you look better in your profile. You have less debt. But you guys that know scores means your scores go up and your debt goes down. Or your debt goes down and thus your scores go up. All right. So student loan consolidation, some things that you got to be aware of, though. You can't just go out and get any student loan consolidation company. One of the things you want to be aware of is you want to know the interest rates on all 10 of those student loans, particularly if they are not the same. Some student loans come with one interest rate and the other ones come with a different interest rate. So you need to know the interest rate on all 10 of those student loans. And collectively, that interest rate has to be less than, hear me on this? Did you hear me? Has to be less than what the student loan consolidation company is charging. So if collectively your student loans are at 3%, but the student loan consolidation company is charging 5%, bad deal. All right. So make sure the interest rate that you're getting on the consolidation is less than the collective interest rate on your student loans currently. The other thing is the repayment term. You want to make sure that the student loan consolidation has a longer repayment term. That's the way that you're going to get your payments down. Now, if you want to pay your payments early, you want to keep paying them, but you just want to pay them to one company, that's absolutely fine. But here's where in credit, the reason I brought this conversation up today, this is the people's eyebrow. This is for dramatic effect. Here's where people get into problems with their credit and these student loan consolidation companies. Make sure if you have 10 student loans, make sure the student loan consolidation company, well, I felt like I said the word consolidation about 100 times today, but make sure, excuse me, make sure that uh-oh, did y'all see me? Do you see me almost choke to death? This is a real conversation, and I'm not going to stop the video because of that. Make sure that student loan consolidation company pays off all 10 of those student loans. They are notorious for sometimes paying 8 and leaving 2 out for a number of reasons. You need to make sure they consolidate all 10 of those, because what happens if they only consolidate 8, they leave the other 2 out, you'll get jammed up because those 2 you think went into the consolidation and you don't pay them. You miss a payment, you make a late payment, and you guys have seen what happens to your credit report when you miss a payment. Scores hit the basement, right? So when you're talking to the company, make sure 1, interest rates are less than the collective interest rate you're already paying. 2, repayment period is longer than what you're already paying. 3, and most importantly, make sure all of your student loans get consolidated into that one loan. All right. Again, Promethean is the company. I am Kevin the Credit Crusher. Stay tuned until I drop another jewel on you. And